Hi students, good morning. In the previous class, we seen about the introduction of the industrial relations. Now, let us go and see about the topic of the scope of industrial relations. The scope of industrial relations is the main thing, the relationship among employees between employees and their superiors or managers. So it's giving a collective relations between the trade unions and management. So it is called trade union management relations. Next, the collective relations among trade unions and associations and government. What the purpose here? The scope of industrial relations is telling here have to maintain the relationship between the managers and the superiors and also the employees between employees. So for example, if there is a subordinator, so who is the higher for the subordinator? The superior. For the superiors, the management. For the managers, the board of directors. So like that, the relationship among in industries must be employees between employees and their superiors or managers, and this relations is called collective relations between the union. Who's the unions? The group of employees where they form to do and work, that persons is called unions. So what they are doing, trade means we know that is the business, so they are ready to do the work in the industries and making the production, and for that purpose they are called as the trade unions. So between the trade unions and management, so here trade unions in the sense who is working in the industries is called trade unions. The group of employees who is working in the industries is called trade unions. So the collective relations between trade unions and management, so it is called trade union management relations. And also the collective relations among trade unions, associations and government. For example, association means the associations is nothing but the president, who is the president of the union, and the unions are go there and telling the problems to that particular department. So the trade unions form an association and they will send their problems to the government if the management is not listening their problems. So the collective relations among trade unions, associations and government. So next let us go and see their scope of the relations, industrial relations, that is employers, employee relations, group relations, labor relations and public relations. What is the employer-employee relations? Here the higher authorities and the superiors, and the group relations means the group of 10 people or 20 people doing the same work and the equal department, they are called the colleagues. So that particular department of the persons is forming and making the relations about the formulas and work discussing, that persons are called group relations. Next one, the labor relations. In this sense, the labor relations is telling here the daily wage workers or time based workers, weekly based workers. So the daily labor workers is maintaining the relations with the employees. These relations is the labor relations, but in the sense even though employee or the labor will be treated equal in the law, so they will call labor relations or labor and employee relations in the law. But generally, to know about our particular subject and to know about the particular differences of the employee and the labor is a little bit difference. That means the employee is working for the monthly salary, but the labor in the sense here is working for the daily wage or time period or weekly wage. Next one, the public relations. So the industries have to maintain the public relations. Why? Because they will making an industry in the society, so but the product is going out, so here the relation is also in the public, so that's why we will call the public relation. This is all the points is the scope of industrial relations. So next let us go and see the significance of industrial relation. In the signification of industrial relation, uninterrupted production, reduction in industrial disputes and high morals. So let us see what the uninterrupted production. The most important and benefit of industrial benefits is that it ensures continuity of production. This means continuations employees for all involved, right for managers to workers. This means uninterrupted. Interrupted means not disturb. You're disturbed. So uninterrupted means not making any disturbance. This means when you are doing any work, your mother is calling. So what will be happen? You have to leave that work and you have to listen that. So for that purpose, there have to see the work properly. So here the most importance in the industrial relation means we must not interrupted the production. So uninterrupted production. When you are manufacturing any product, the machinery is working, we have to observe each and every point in the work time. If you are not seeing that work or delaying of observing that work, sometimes it may be create a big problems to the industry and the machinery will also be spoiled. So for that purpose, the importance of industrial relations, uninterrupted production. Next one, reductions in industrial disputes. That means good industrial relations reduced industrial disputes. Strikes, grievances and lockouts are some of the reflection of industrial peace, helps in promoting cooperation and increasing production. Good industrial relations means here, what is that? That means if two people is there, if they are good friends, there's not any problem for them. But if the third party involving with these two friends and making some different type of emotions they are playing, then they will get dissatisfaction. When the dissatisfaction is arise, then the employees is ready to make, the friends will be, what happened, the friends will be get disputes. When the disputes is arise, they will break their friendship. So like that, when we maintain a good relationship, then only the work will go very nicely. So for that purpose, good industrial relations reduce industrial disputes. So strikes means not willing to do any work. Grievances means dissatisfactionly he is having dissatisfaction. So even though he is having dissatisfaction, but he is coming to the industry and doing work, but the work will not complete properly. And lockouts means totally closing the industries. So we must not erase this all things. So for that purpose, what we have to do, we have to make a good industrial relations. So these are some of the reflections of industrial peace, helps in promoting cooperation and increasing products. So we have to maintain the good industrial relations. Next one, high moral in the sense, good industrial relations improves the moral of the employee and motivate to the workers to work more and better. So when we are coming to doing any work, or when you are coming to the college, so what is the moral of you? You have to study and you have to prepare notes and you have to ready to write examination. This is the common thing. But you are not doing all the works, what will be happen? So we will not get the good marks. Like that, when we are ready to do any work, we have to maintain the time and we have to do our work and we have to live better. So when we are making these things nicely, then we will be a good employee. So good industrial relations improves the moral of the employee and motivate the workers to work more and better. Next one, reduced wastage. Good industrial relations are maintaining on the basis of cooperation and recognition of each other. It helps to reduce wastage of material, manpower and cost. So what is this topic is telling about us? This is the main thing, the wastage is. We have to reduce the wastage. when we are doing any work or when we are making any things, there will be so much of wastage will be happen, even though we have to see not to make any wastage. So when you are maintaining the good relations and good cooperation between work, then it recognized to each other and it may be reduced wastage of material and also manpower and cost. So contributes to economic growth and development. So what will be happen? It will contributes to economic growth and development in the industries. Okay students, this is the main importance of the industrial relations. Okay, let us see the class importance of